This is part 2 of my 11/11 live reading session. So I was just working on Monique's reading, and I'm going to wait for everybody to join. I'm going to start Monique's over again. My YouTube just like crashed all of a sudden, and so I was nearing the end of that video anyways, so just going to wait for you all to join in again, and then we'll get started. In the meantime, I'm going to be studying these cards real quick. So we're doing Monique's reading, and I'm just studying my cards for a second, waiting for y'all to join in. Strong foundation. Hi guys, this is part 2 of the live reading session. I still have a couple spots open if you're interested. Actually, I don't, never mind. I lied. Submissions are closed. I'm doing Monique's reading. I'm just waiting a couple minutes and then I'm gonna start it over. So, I hope that other one uploads. I'm just studying the book real quick if you guys want to hang out with me. Just want to I got a lot of cards here for Monique and want to make sure that I got her answers right. Oh, that's really cool. Nine of Wands. I love this deck, by the way. If you guys are interested, the Enchanted Tarot. I got this at Barnes & Noble, actually, so it was a decent price, and it's basically just a traditional tarot deck. It's a great deck to start with. It has all the same cards and everything a normal deck would have. It's just the illustrations are a little bit more vivid, and there's like some really nice basic breakdown of what each card means, and so I really like it. It's very helpful. I think a lot of people really like the illustrations and can get a really good idea of what the cards are with this deck. I've been using it a lot more lately. I'm trying to make it like my main deck. As you guys can tell, my Wildwood deck has seen a lot. All right, Monique, what's up? Sorry, I'm gonna start yours over again. This actually worked out really well because I had my YouTube randomly crashed and I had to reload this. But in the meantime, I've just been sitting here like studying these cards and like really trying to get like a clear picture of what your job career situation is going to look like in 2019, and I feel like I have a good picture now. So everything happens for a reason. Maybe they just wanted me to spend a little extra time on this for you. So this is the frustration card. We were just talking about this. It's like you're working your ass off and you just feel like you're not really seeing the fruits of your labors. Like all the money's going to the bills and to the payments and like the car and all that stuff, and then you're left with just like this little bit at the end. Or maybe it's just not growing fast enough. You know, you have really big goals and dreams. So this is a card telling you that you need to focus on your foundation. You need to make your base secure. And so this might be talking about paying off debt or making extra payments towards debt or eliminating contracts from your life. Like my husband and I have been working on this. We've been like trying to just buy out our cell phones, so like we're not on a contract, and like looking into other options for that, and just getting business stuff taken care of. Eliminating anything unnecessary from our life, even if it's just little things. Like we got rid of Netflix. Like I think there's a message about kind of pulling back on like subscriptions and stuff like that, looking in, you know, just looking at all the little tiny things where the money's going to. This is saying make the base secure. This is also reminding you, you have a really strong circle of support around you. It might be a spouse or like your family, but I see a good circle of support. And this is saying like going to come, and maybe this is talking about like a dream home or a dream house, just like an increase in your wealth and status, and like that you need to this year like really decide what it is that you want. Like how much do you really want to be making a year? Like what kind of place do you want to live? Like don't be afraid to name it and claim it. And that's something I've been working on. Like I just named how much I want to make a year, and I'm working my way backwards from that and thinking of ideas that are going to make me that amount so that I can continue to serve. Remember, you can't pour from a cup that's empty. And I'm seeing this message here about you that there's a little bit of indecision. Like you want a lot, but at the same time there might be some unconscious, subconscious beliefs about like money and wealth. Like maybe you'll be too greedy, or if I gain money then other people suffer, other, like, maybe I'm asking for too much or stuff like that. And I think as empaths, a lot of us have like, we can feel guilty or kind of like weird about like accepting a lot. But this is saying open yourself up, because something big is going to happen. Like you're going to completely go on a new path towards the end of 2019 to start a business or something like that. Like there's something huge happening. So I feel like first couple months of 2019, you're making your base secure, you're getting a hold on your finances, you're naming it, you're claiming it, you're deciding what it is that you really want to work for. So you're letting ideas come to you. Maybe you're making vision boards, maybe you're going back to the drawing board, maybe you're asking yourself like, am I really happy in this line of work? Like, do I really want to choose this? Like realizing you have the ability to choose. And maybe you might be making some investments in your future also. Maybe you're investing in something a little bit, or starting to think in that direction. They're telling you to make investments in your future, but don't gamble. And they're saying you're going to increase your security this year financially. Then right after that, we see the Four of Wands. And what's really funny? This card says you've made your base secure. You've materialize some of the things that you've wanted. You've gotten your ducks in a row and you've reached that point of completion. And so you've done that. So this is the path for you. Then there comes a crossroads. Once you kind of get on top of everything financially, maybe you ask for a raise or something, or you land a job, you get to this crossroads and you realize like, okay, I need to do something else. Like I'm an artist, I'm an empath, I'm a creative person, I want to help other people, I want to do something bigger than just like 9 to 5 corporate kind of thing. And so you're at this point where you're like, I want to start my own business, or I want to start a foundation. And so there's some kind of big idea and big dream that needs your attention this year. You're going to be starting over. You might even be getting funding or grants or something like that, or meeting some important people this year in 2019 that you're going to be forming a business or something, or a nonprofit or something like that with. So we see decision with you caught in these crossroads. You're walking the path, there's a new job, your finances are getting in order, you've had victory, you have a foundation, but now that you have that, you're realizing I need to do something else. Like I don't think this is the path I want. And this happened to me once. Like I had this one job for 13 years. It was really stable. I climbed all the way up. I was a manager. I was making good money. Like I was doing well. Like I was proud of myself, But then I was just like, I can't. And so like I threw it all away and started completely over. I had just been starting a new business and I just like threw it all away and was like, I can't do this anymore. It's not what I really want to do. And so I think that might happen to you. You need to really think this year about like, what do you really want to do? Like, what are your gifts? What are your talents? What are your strengths? What's going to fulfill you? And not think in terms of dollars and cents. Like, think like that for a little bit, get your situation secure, save a little bit of money, and then it's time to you're going to be going in a completely different direction. So here's you, with your fortune, with your wealth, with what you've saved up, your ducks in a row, you've aligned your situation to take this risk, and you leave it behind. And you're manifesting, you're going out there, you're doing fundraising, or you're getting support from other people, or you're working part-time, or you find a job where it enables you to be able to work the nights and the weekends towards your heart-based passion. Some kind of, some type of product or service you're going to offer other people, and you start over. This is the starting over card. So you take a risk, you go somewhere new. And this is telling you, sometimes you shouldn't overanalyze things. Sometimes you should just take a risk. Don't look back, don't second guess. It's time to let go of the past. This is going to be an adventure for you. It's time, 2019 for you in career. It's time for you to leave the people, places, things, and situations behind that no longer serve you. So you might need to just have blind faith. You're going to be entering a growth cycle, taking a big leap of faith in your career. And so I think you're going to be starting some kind of business this year. I think if you've had ideas, you got to get those on the drawing board and start getting your situation under control so that you can take that leap. And I feel like you know what this is. It's in your heart. It has something to do with serving others, helping others. something that's going to help people on a grander scale. And they're saying, don't be afraid, because this is your purpose. And all the jobs you've had so far, the path you've walked has gotten you strong, and given you the know-how to be able to do this. So I think there's going to be maybe your partner and you go in this business together, or like a friend or someone like that. So trust yourself. But yeah, I see a new business starting this year. So I hope that this resonated with you. So let's do this. Who's next?
Danielle
Dan.
or Amika Mia.
Okay, Amika.
How can I heal my mother and or my toxic romantic relationship, whichever manifests?
Okay, so how can you heal your mother or your toxic romantic relationship? So this is a good question. Here's the thing. There's two things that could be going on, all right? I'm just gonna give it to you straight. One thing could be that these people are just toxic and there's nothing you can do but have boundaries and respect yourself and surround yourself with people who are gonna treat you right. The other possibility could be that you're contributing to it and these people are reflecting to you aspects of who you are. We tend to attract people that are reflecting aspects of ourselves back to us. So it could be that inside of you there are some toxic traits, toxic habits, and stuff like that. I'm not like, trying to call you out or anything. I think all of us, like we're human, we're imperfect. I came from a really toxic background, and I like got caught up in things like gossiping, and the more aware I became, the more I realized, like, oh my gosh, like what's coming out of my mouth? Like, what am I doing? Like, why am I behaving this way? And I realized I was surrounded by toxic people. I had become one of them, and I had to kind of expunge that from myself through affirmations, through meditation, through spending time in nature, through drawing boundaries. And so this is kind of a process. I feel like you could never change people, you can only change yourself. And so what I would work on, and I'll pull some cards for you, is first of all, boundaries. I would research how to have healthy boundaries. And sometimes that feels embarrassing, but I literally just researched that a couple years ago. And I even went to therapy, and my therapist taught me how to have healthy boundaries. And it was really awesome. You know, sometimes in life, people just don't teach you that. You know, if your mom doesn't have boundaries with you, then you probably didn't learn how to have boundaries from her. Sometimes boundaries means not talking about certain topics with certain people. Boundaries means, you know what, you don't have to explain anything to anyone. If somebody wants an explanation from you about something that you said or did, and you don't feel like explaining it, and you feel like, you know what, I don't want to go there, this is triggering to me, then you can change the subject, you know? Sometimes boundaries means literally walking away from a conversation or from a group of people if you're feeling uncomfortable. And so I feel like trusting in boundaries, oh, so with your partner. Okay, I got you. I know I was gonna say your mom. I didn't know if I felt the toxic energy from your mom, because I feel like she's supporting you. But yeah, maybe this is something you need to do with your partner, okay? Also, spending more time on your own will help. Sometimes relationships just get kind of codependent and toxic because you spend all of your time together. You don't really hang out with friends very much, and like you just start to kind of nag each other and stuff like that. And so getting hobbies and making friendships outside of the relationship, trying to have like a weekly girls' night or something with the girls at work, will be enough to spice things up and like give your partner time on their own so that they can like figure their stuff out. Sometimes like we're hanging out with our partner all the time, and like we're taking up a lot of their time, attention, and energy, and then we're also pressuring them to make changes and do all this stuff. Well, they can't change if we don't give them the space to do that. So slowly kind of giving your partner more space, and you don't need to have like a big conversation about it. You don't need to say like I think we should take space. Like, just plan on going to the gym more. Just plan on going grocery shopping by yourself instead of like having them come with you. Plan on going for a walk around the block with the dog, you know? Plan for trying to make friends with somebody at work and ask them to grab a drink with you or go out to eat with you once a week. You know, start taking little pockets of time away from your partner, and make your life brighter, and like fill your circle of friends and fill your time with hobbies and activities and interests and working on your goals. Sometimes relationships just get toxic because you cling too much, and that's what the codependency card is about. I'm a clinger, and so I completely understand. I want to be with my partner all the time, but it's still important to kind of have your own agenda here in your own time, and realize also how much time your partner has. Maybe you feel like you're away from them a lot because you guys are both at work all the time, but they need time to cool off and to kind of chill out, and encourage your partner to do exercise. If your partner has a lot of pent up energy and seems to come at you or lash out at you, sometimes they just need to go shoot some hoops or throw a football or like hit the treadmill or like play tennis or something. And so, encouraging your partner to like have a healthy outlet for like exercise and energy and emotions and stuff like that, and demonstrating that to them will help. Because I just see you guys are just coming at each other a lot, and I do see a strong relationship here. And you're just kind of waiting for things to get better. But remember, you can't change them. You can only change yourself. So it's time for you to work on yourself. And worst case scenario, you and your partner break up. It's sad. There's this grief, but you haven't lost anything because you learned how to make time for yourself to work and to grow and to change. There's a lot of opportunities out there for you. They're saying, like, take a look at the opportunities and seize them. And this might just be your spiritual awakening. You might just be awakening now to the fact that your partner's toxic. And maybe you used to be on your partner's vibe, but now you're outgrowing them. Maybe you're starting to realize, wow, I'm becoming softer. My heart is opening, I'm awakening, and my partner just seems to be getting harsher and harsher. And sometimes that's just what happens with vibration, is two opposing vibrations could not occupy the same space at the same time. So your partner is either going to pull you down or you're going to pull them up. So go on your own to your high vibe and make yourself happy. And if your partner wants to, they'll join you. If not, the rift between you guys will get bigger and bigger until you have no choice but to break up. And so I know that's kind of scary, but keep making yourself better. Trust in yourself. You can't force your partner to change or to get better, and that's the truth. You'll waste your time. All you can do is just demonstrate good behavior. So I think you guys are going to end up having a conversation. I don't know if you're thinking about someone from your past, if you have like a crush on somebody from your past, or there's an ex or someone that's on your mind. Somebody from your past could be coming back to your life. If that doesn't resonate with you, it could also be that maybe you and your partner will have a chance to reconcile this. But there seems to be this really strong energy pulling you and your partner apart. If it's toxic, there's only going to be so long that you can stay in that relationship. There's only so much endurance that you have. And it doesn't matter what you say, it doesn't matter how angry you get, it doesn't matter how many times you ask them to change. They're only going to change if they want to change. And so the best thing you can do is just demonstrate healthy behavior to them and kind of spend a little time apart, like in a healthy way, doing healthy things. Like I said, joining classes, going to the gym, going out with friends, encouraging your partner to do the same thing slowly over time. You don't just all of a sudden one week want to just be completely gone and they're like, what the heck? You want to, over time, kind of allow yourself to explore the world. And it's like you guys just got stuck in this rut together. If your partner follows you, great. If not, then they're just going to dig their own grave on their own. And that's what I'm kind of seeing here. Your partner's headed to a depression. You're headed to an awakening. And that's what this is. So be open. I don't think anyone should have to be in a toxic relationship. If this is abusive, definitely get help. Definitely know the signs of abuse. Like Google the cycle of abuse after this and just look at it to make sure that's not going on. I think there's a difference between a toxic relationship and then actually being abused by someone emotionally or physically or mentally or whatever. I've counseled people and spoken with people in toxic relationships, and sometimes it's just codependency and just being kind of clingy and just needing to have space and create healthy boundaries. So work on that. But if it doesn't get better, then that's definitely a sign, or you feel like you're being abused, then you do need to free yourself and you might need to separate from this person. But they're saying, don't worry, it's safe for you to love. If you end up separating with them, there could be somebody coming back in your life. Maybe that's why this is all happening. The universe is trying to align you in another direction. This could be a karmic relationship that you're learning things from. In every situation, there's a blessing and a lesson. And so ask yourself, what am I supposed to learn from this situation? Like, how am I being blessed in this situation? And one thing's for sure, you got to take back control over your life. You can't take control over this person, but you can take control over you. So the question is, what are you going to do about it? How are you going to make your life feel more healthy? How are you going to make yourself feel more satisfied while you're in this situation? And if this person doesn't allow you to do that, you got to say goodbye. And this is the transition card saying you're definitely in a transition right now. And we keep getting messages about somebody coming back in your life. So if that rings a bell, then trust your heart, because you could be headed away from this person in this situation. It might be past the point of repair. You might not be able to fix them. Like I said, that's the message I'm getting. Work on yourself. And if this is truly your twin flame, it'll affect them and they'll change as well, in their own time and in their own space. So I hope that resonates with you. I'm sending you so much love and light. One card about your mom real quick. It's kind of funny because I think your mom is kind of in the same place as far as a transition goes. I see you inherited a lot of healing abilities from her. You guys are both empaths. I see she's had some wishes, dreams, goals. She's empowering herself right now to work towards them. It's a time of change, so you might be kind of confused, like, what the heck's going on with my mom? She's like changing a lot. But I think she's going to be taking a step and taking a leap of faith. I think everyone in your family is going through a lot of change right now, so just take care, and I'll see you later. So clearing myself with my crystal ball. Do you guys like my crystal? I think I've showed you guys like a million times, but I love this crystal. I got it in India. It's so beautiful. Who's next, John?
Stardust Soul.
Okay, so Stardust Soul is next.
What do my guides want me to know right now?
Oh, this is a fun question. I always love this. So Stardust Soul is saying, what do my guides want me to know right now? So yeah, let's just open it up to your guides. Just give me a second to tap in real quick and take some deep breaths. Okay. Okay. So they told me that I need to read this to you. So if you want to take a screenshot of this, or anyone else, if this passage ends up resonating with you, feel free to take a screenshot. This is from my Wildwood Tarot, and the card I pulled for you is the Journey. Now, this is the Death card in Tarot. And traditionally, this card is actually a positive card. It talks about rebirth. It talks about transformation and new beginnings, and the universe coming into your life and kind of bending and folding space and time to help you manifest something you've been asking for. But usually this can happen through something that appears to be like a catastrophe. I tell this example all the time because it's just the one that always pops in my mind when I see this card, because I pulled it a lot at the time. It was so weird. I actually had a bird, and my bird passed away one day, and I was super sad about it, and I pulled this card over and over, and I was just like, what the heck? And then a couple days later, my husband got in a car accident, and we lost our apartment. We had to move back. It was just this whole crazy thing. We had to move back to the country. We were just pissed off. But my bird had died, and the crazy thing is, where I had moved in the country, where we weren't allowed to have pets, and so it all worked out. I had been manifesting that I travel the world, and where we were living in the city, it was so expensive, it was hard to save, and when we ended up moving back to the country, we got in this situation where we were able to save so much money. My husband got a better job, everything worked out, and a year later, I was on a plane to Europe. And so weirdly enough, I had asked for all these things I wanted. I was trying to manifest my dreams, and all this crap went down, and I thought it was awful, but it ended up being the path that took me to my dreams. Sometimes the path is chill and you just manifest it. Other times the path is bumpy. So sometimes what appears to be a slowdown or a stop or a delay on your path can actually be a shortcut to alignment. And that's what happened. For me, it was just this quantum leap. It happened so fast from this point to this point. And so there was a lot of distraction and a lot of chaos in the way as the old was shedding to make way for the new. And so I think that's what's going on. There's a challenge in your life right now, and this is how it's appearing, and you're just what the heck? And so this is basically what's going on. Your message is, it is time to face the inevitable, to let the bones be laid bare and acknowledge the deepest aspects of your fears and desires. Do not fear change, because this is also a time of purification and realignment. This change may seem extreme and destructive, but old crops must be cleared for new growth to thrive. And static or sterile modes and concepts must perish. A celebration of the past or an acknowledgement of the passing of one part of life may be required. Let the threads of the old slip from your fingers with joyful remembrance and enter this time of withdrawal and renewal with patience and calm. Maybe this time of year is also bringing up to you the death of a loved one or a pet, or perhaps somebody close to you has passed. I just feel like there's these death vibes around you, but it's not negative once again. This is saying, this is actually leading you to a really joyous, awesome time. Just like how my crazy situation led me to like this amazing part of my life where like I'm traveling and I have all this freedom. I feel like you're being guided to freedom. You're being guided to some things you've asked for. And so they're saying, go through this death and process those emotions, you know, cry, be upset, whatever it is that's gone down or that's left your life, acknowledge it, but be open, because very soon you're going to be on the other side and you're going to be feeling grounded. You're going to be out of those emotional waters. You're going to be happy. It's like a really fun, playful time ahead, even though it doesn't seem like it right now. This could also have to do with your home. Maybe you're worried about your home getting foreclosed. Maybe something like that's going down. Maybe you're about to lose your home or something. If that doesn't resonate with you, it could be there's going to be a change coming up in your home. And it might be like passion, like somebody's moving in or spending a lot of time with you at your home, or you move to a bigger house, you change locations. So this is talking about your passions, your goals, your dreams. Something exciting is going to happen around your home situation, but it might have to fall apart first. This is talking about struggle in that area of your life, but they're saying just know that that to be open, because you've been very generous with the people around you, and I feel like some positive karma is actually coming your way. Some of the things that you've asked for are coming your way, and you've worked really hard, and they're saying be open to receive your karmic stores of wealth and abundance. You have a lot of good karma you stored up. It's time to be open to receive it, but you got to make space. So there's things falling out of your life, and will be. I think this is a message predicting like the next couple months. I feel like this might not happen yet, or like it's about to happen. And so they're saying, just know, like, you're worthy. You're not being punished by the universe. Like, the universe just has crazy ways of making space in your life for new things sometimes. You're protected no matter what happens. And the universe is looking over you. There's unseen events that are going to happen in your life. So, like, something's going to go down. That's all I know. It's coming. And your home situation will change as a result. It could be somebody new in the home, or it could be you moving to a new home, or manifesting another property, or investing in something. And yeah, there might be a struggle on the way to that path, but it's going to open up for you. So I hope that resonates with you. And thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you later. So who's next, and what number are we on?
We're on number 9.
Okay, so we're on number 9 out of how many?
20.
We're on number 9 out of 20, you guys. We're almost halfway through.
Abigail.
So Abigail, I think Abigail participated last time, maybe? Thanks for coming back again, Abigail.
How can I attract a partner that will align with my highest self?
Ooh, that's such a good question. That's like a woke question. Dang, Abigail. So Abigail says, how can I, what was the question? Sorry. She worded it so perfectly.
How can I attract a partner that will align with my highest self?
Abigail says, how can I attract a partner that will align with my highest self? Dang. Okay, let's pull some cards on that. I see what's going on here. Okay, so let's talk about energy. All right, let's talk about energy here with this one. I just got chills all over my body. I feel like I just got this crazy download. I feel like there's a lot of people watching right now that also want to know about this. So, how can you attract a partner that aligns with your highest self? Energy is emotion in motion, okay? Energy resonance. That's what you're looking for. In your dating life, you have had no problem attracting people. I just feel like there's been these unrequited love situations where someone kind of hits on you or is into you and you're just not into them at all. You're not attracted, you don't feel the vibes. Maybe you friend zone them or you go on a couple dates and you try and you're just like, I can't, I'm not feeling it. And then other times you've had a strong crush on somebody and it's just like they couldn't see you. And so it's just like back and forth, kind of frustrating, kind of infuriating, feeling like I can't find somebody who's on my vibe, who's on my level. And also, you've gone through a spiritual awakening, so you're hoping that you can find someone that's kind of spiritual on your level. And I feel like you're very open-minded. You're not picky about people's beliefs and stuff. You want to be with someone who understands you. If you're just like, oh my God, 222, you don't want that person to be like, what the heck? You want them, if you're drawing tarot cards or if you want to go to the crystal shop, you don't want that person to judge you. You want them to support you and be open and be able to have these deep conversations with them. Not even like they have to agree with you. It's just like you want them to be open-minded. And so all these people you've dated, you're just like, I can't. Like in your ex, you're just like, I can't. Like there are people that have been kind of ignorant or just not on your vibe, people that, it's not like you're judging them or anything. I just feel like they were in alignment with your highest self. And so the energy here is saying you'll know someone is in alignment with your highest self because you will feel romantically attracted to them. You will be so turned on by them, it'll be crazy. That is a sign of resonance. That is a sign that this person is on your vibe. You will feel the chemistry. There will be a natural magnetic attraction. I said this earlier, two opposing energies cannot occupy the same space at the same time. So if someone isn't on your frequency, it won't work. It'll turn into unrequited love. You will not feel romantically attracted to them, or they won't feel romantically attracted to you. Neither of you will want to give the relationship a chance. So you'll know someone is on your vibe if you feel the romantic feelings, if you feel the passion, if you're just like, damn, like I've got to hook up with that person. You know what I mean? Like if you're just like, you feel that vibe between them. And so they're telling you a red flag is when you don't feel the vibes. And this is also reminding you don't have to settle. You're worried, am I being too picky here? The answer is no. You are worthy of being with someone that you feel the vibes for and that feels those vibes for you too. I don't care how old you are, where you're from, what your situation is, how you look, whatever. You're worthy of this romantic love and this chemistry, okay? So it's a very natural thing. When you're meant to connect with someone, you'll feel it and so will they. So how do you attract someone who's like that? By being your authentic self. When you get to know this person, not like oversharing with them, that's a whole other thing, but actually just being yourself and not being afraid to be open, not being afraid to bare yourself to them and to be honest. And this says, as you reveal your innermost self to each other, your bond deepens. I think this is saying not to be afraid of being the real you and not to hold back when you get to know someone. Because maybe sometimes you feel like, I don't know, is this too much for them? Can they handle this side of me? You might as well just put it out there and see if they can handle it. Because if they can't, then it's like, you know what, move on. Because that's not true resonance. That's not a true soulmate there. And so being your true self and remembering not to try to morph yourself into the kind of person that you think that they want. And I think a lot of us are guilty of this in relationships, including myself. Like you meet someone, you're an empath, you kind of get the vibe of like what they're looking for or who they're looking for. And before you know it, you're like doubting yourself and like watching what comes out of your mouth and like being self-conscious and, just be yourself. That's the message. I know it sounds kind of cliche. I'm going to pull a couple more cards for you. I want to make sure you get your money's worth out of this. You didn't pay me $11.11 just to say be yourself. But the truth is here, I think you'll know that this is somebody who is in alignment with your highest self when you feel hardcore romantic vibes, chemistry that goes both ways, and the passion is just insane because that energy will be exchanged and you guys are on the same vibe. It's powerful. That is the word. It's a powerful connection. Who's watching that's like felt a connection like that before? I have. Personally. It's powerful because you know this person gets me. We're on the same vibe, and it's something you can't put it into words, but chemistry is pretty good explanation for it. So let's go ahead and read you this chemistry card. So chemistry creates intense pleasurable sensations that draw you to each other. So another message about this is saying, if you don't have chemistry with someone, it's because there's no energy, there's no passion, there's no sparks, there's no romance. Playfulness, thoughtfulness, time together, caring gestures, that is also how to attract this type of energy. So if you meet someone that you feel these vibes with, be playful with them, flirt with them, make eye contact, smile, be thoughtful, try to spend time with them, put caring gestures towards them. This is also saying that you're becoming a leader. You are on a higher vibe. This is like everyone else and this is you, and you want to find someone that's on your level. I think you're looking for someone that has been through a lot, but that has come out on the other side. I love this. This is like the Woodward. I feel like this is the next person coming into your life. I feel like they're going to be coming towards the end of 2019. I feel like this person's coming around August for you. That might be a while away. Maybe you guys date a little bit before then in August you make it official. But I see this person coming in. You have a little bit of time left. I think the universe is going to bring this person to you. I don't think you need to worry about attracting them, if that makes sense. Just be yourself. You've come to balance. You're in a good place. Your vibe is high. Your vibe is strong. I think that's why you've been attracting people, but they're not the right people. So I think that's why they're saying pay attention to the red flags. You're vibrating really high. There's a lot of people that are going to try to come for a piece of the pie. You know what I mean? So you get to be choosy. You get to be picky. And this is a reminder of that. You get to be picky. You get to be choosy. You want to make sure you feel head over heels for that person, and that's how you know they're on the right vibe with you, because you're just not going to feel it. You're just not going to feel it. As you get to know someone, it's a red flag if you don't feel this, and this, okay? So romantic feelings, passion, chemistry. When you kiss them, do you go weak in the knees, you know? Do they pursue you when you kind of back off a little bit? Do you guys both confess and feel to each other that there is this romance here? And I feel like it's more about you than it is them, because I feel like I said, there's been potential suitors for you. It's just, you want to know it's the right one. You want to know they're in alignment with your highest vibe, and this is actually the way that you tell. Isn't that kind of funny? It's because this has to do with energy. All of this is an expression of energy. If it's not on the right vibe for you, you're going to be like, I don't know. You're going to be like, I don't know, I don't feel the attraction. I don't feel the chemistry. I don't know if this is going to last. You're going to be confused about it. If it's the right person, you'll know. You'll just be like, there won't be a doubt in your mind. So I hope that answers your question. You don't really need to do anything. I think everything you've already done to get on your high vibe, your meditation, being playful, spending time on the things that you love, working towards your goals, making new friendships, trying new things, you know, reading, educating yourself, you know, looking forward to each day, allowing yourself time to be sad and depressed, not forcing yourself to be happy all the time, balancing yourself. These are things you can do, but you're already doing it. I think it's just kind of a waiting game now and being choosy, all right? So I got really passionate about then. Woo! You got served by Rainbow Harmony. Okay, so,
Samantha?
okay, Samantha.
I think.
Yeah. I tried this new perfume, and like when I first tried it on, it was like really intense and it was too much, but now it's been on my shirt for like a couple days and it's starting to smell really good. But the problem is John doesn't like it.
I don't. It's not that I
smelling better. It was Angel by Mugler. You guys should try it out. It smells so good. I'm not sponsored, by the way.
There's a couple of points, so just you have to wait for me to connect the second one.
Okay. John's reading the next question to me.
Very confused in the current love situation, unsure whether to move on or stick it out.
Wait, what?
Very confused in the current love situation.
Yeah.
I'm unsure whether to move on or stick it out, and any guidance in terms of my love life, but there's another note here.
Move it on or stick it out. Okay. Should I go? I'm gonna start pulling cards for that real quick.
Currently single, but interested in someone who's very confusing and sends mixed signals. Curious what the overall love energy for 2019.
Wait, how does that go with the first question? Is that the person they're talking about?
Currently single, interested in somebody who's very confusing and sends mixed signals. So, what their overall love energy is for 2019.
Oh. That first question wasn't the right...
I don't know. Maybe it's the same question.
Okay, I get it now. I get it now. Okay. Okay, so... Who is this for again?
Sammy?
Okay, Sammy. This is a reading for you and a person that you're really interested in, but they've been sending you mixed signals and you're just wondering, like, should I, like, keep going for this person? Should I get over them? Like, what's going to happen in 2019? What's the deal here? And yeah, let's just pull some cards, see what's going on here. I have a pick a card reading, a couple of them called Love for It's Complicated. I'm thinking about making another one really soon, if you guys are interested. Okay, so just getting a general reading first of all, because I want to tap into this. There's definitely an attraction here. This person is very attracted to you, and you guys have a... No worries, Sammy. John was just being confusing. You guys have a really strong attraction, and there's an energy here. Like, I think the reason you guys have such a strong attraction is because you guys have known each other before. This is a lover from a past life. So when you met this person, you probably were instantly attracted to them. They were probably instantly attracted to you from the second that you guys locked eyes. The relationship probably started off pretty fast. There was probably like this really, just this big, strong energy when you guys first got together, like a honeymoon phase, a lot of playfulness, a lot of flirting, just so natural, so easy, as if you were kind of picking up where you left off. And this is a past life relationship. And so it's complicated part, maybe it has to do with a wedding or something. I don't know if they're seeing someone else, or they were married, or they are married, or you're married, or something like that, because I saw the wedding card. So I don't know if that has something to do with it. Maybe if that doesn't ring a bell, it could be maybe you're married in a past life. So it could also mean they have a fear of commitment. And so this is saying that you got this card because you have some unfinished business with this person. And so you've been united with them again in this life. So this unfinished business could involve something like forgiving someone, a joint project, or learning personal lessons, learning patience. Soulmates recognize each other instantly, and this feeling is often registered as a sense of romantic or even sexual chemistry. So the magnetism that draws two people together can really, like, not even make logical sense. It just is, because the purpose of the relationship is healing and learning. So whether or not your soulmate becomes your life partner, you will experience personal and spiritual lessons and growth as a result. So this is not an accident. This person is in your life for a reason. There's something that's supposed to happen here between you guys. Now, this can be complicated. Past life relationships can be complicated because they're sent to you because there's some unfinished business you guys have to work out. And so they're telling you to stay optimistic. Stay optimistic about your love life. I'm wondering what's going to happen with you guys in 2019 as well. So let's go ahead and see what's up here. What I do have to say about past life lovers is that past life lovers have a really hard time letting each other go. Sometimes I see people who are past life lovers, but they're actually on a path where they're supposed to be. Maybe it's like you have a twin flame, they have a twin flame, but you've met, you're finishing unfinished business, you go your separate ways. And I've seen situations like that, and that's where it can get really complicated and confusing. I want to know, is this one of those situations, or are you guys actually twins or soulmates, like supposed to come together in a union? So what's going to happen in 2019 with you guys? Okay, here we see the deception, the healing family issues, and the codependency. I wonder if this person you're involved with has a family, is divorced, or like, you know, something like that, is still married, or there's kind of a vibe of something like that going on with them. The only other thing this brings to my mind is just seeing like this person might not have told you the full truth about their past or about anybody they've been connected with. I've got this for someone earlier where I pulled these two cards together, and this is always saying like this person is ghosting you because there's somebody else, and it might just be an ex or someone that they're with that they're trying to work things out with or cut the cords or something. Oh, so he has a crazy family. Okay, yeah, all right, that makes a lot of sense. And it's funny because I was going to go there next. I was going to say with this card, it can be talking about a family situation. I was thinking, you know, maybe it's he has a family, but like with another person or something. But yeah, I mean, if this person has a crazy family or somebody in the family is narcissistic, then they're going to be really afraid to make that connection. And I pulled the wedding card earlier, and it's like they're afraid of that. They're afraid of getting into that type of committed relationship. And so they're going to pull back. I know what this is like personally. I don't like to make excuses for people that are like in and out and leaving other people hanging, but I've done that to people in the past because of the crazy situation I went through with my family growing up. You know, I had a tendency to change my mind a lot in relationships, or to be afraid of commitment, or, you know, to leave people hanging myself. I did that, and it's because I didn't have that pure unconditional love modeled to me growing up. And so in my subconscious mind, I thought love is pain. And so when you grow up like with that baggage of like love is pain, or like I call it the love hurts programming. It's like you're programmed to think love hurts because your only experience in life is like that love hurts with your parents, and then you attract toxic relationships because that's what's natural to you, and then love hurts, and you keep reaffirming that to yourself over and over again. It can make you terrified to actually have a DTR with someone and get into a committed relationship. And so that's what I see here. This person wants it, but then they run from it. So the great thing we're seeing is they think you could be the one. They definitely have a strong connection with you. And we see the soulmate. You guys are soulmates. Yes, this is your soulmate. Yes, this is quite likely your person. So this is telling you to trust. They will come back. You guys will connect again, but these cards are reversed. There might be a delay. I feel like this isn't going to happen at the beginning of 2019. It's going to happen at the end. And I highly recommend that you watch my video. I just reposted it recently. I'll repost it again. It's called 2019 Yearly Review. I go month by month for 2019, and I do all of the energy predictions. And you can see how like the first 6 months of 2019 are basically just a continuation of 2018. And then all of a sudden around May, June, actually I think it's June, the energy completely changes, and it's like that rebirth and that fresh beginning that we all really want. February is going to be awesome. It's going to feel like that, but then it's going to go away. But it's going to come back in May. And so I feel like summertime is going to be a good time for you guys to really reconnect, to have that passion, for them to really come through. But right now, I think they're trying to hide from you how codependent they really are with their family. And that comes number one. And there's a lot of fear, and they need to create space here. They need to create boundaries with this family, and to really, this person needs to really stand on their own 2 feet and become independent. So I hope that resonates with you. The answer is, yeah, I think you guys will be connecting. I think there's gonna be some reconciliation. You guys will be hooking up. You guys will have a chance to be together. So they're saying trust though, because it's not going to happen right away. I don't think it's going to happen the next 6 months. They'll kind of be in and out, dipping their toe in, and I think you need to like have your own boundaries with them, and respect yourself to know like if they're going to be in and out and that complicated. Not like you need to have an ultimatum with them. You just need to show, you need to not be so available. If they're not going to put a lot of effort into you, then don't put a lot of effort back to them. Show them, like, pace the relationship and show them like what putting effort into the relationship does. There's rewards for that. They get more of your time, they get more of your connection, they get more of your approval. And if they're gonna be in and out, then you're gonna be kind of like, I don't know you, you know what I mean? So I think you need to not reward this person for that kind of behavior, and show them that they need to make an effort. So I hope that resonates with you. I'm sending you so much love and light. And I'm actually going to end this reading for about 5 minutes, and then I'll come back. I just need to get some water, meditate for like a minute, and ground myself before I do the last half of this reading. So I'll be back in about 3 to 5 minutes to do, how many more do we have left, John? Okay, we have 10 more left. So this is like our intermission break, you guys. So grab a snack, use the bathroom, get some water, whatever you need to do the next 5 minutes. And who am I doing first when we come back? So Carolina, you'll be next in about 5 minutes. And yeah, I'll see you guys really soon. We got 10 more left. I'm really stoked, you guys. See you all soon. In about 5 minutes, I'll start part 3, okay? So keep an eye out for it. See ya!